Mr. David was a wonderful dad. He had a kind smile and was always ready to help anyone. He lived in a cozy little house with his daughter, Lily. Lily was a happy girl with a heart full of love, especially for animals. She spent hours drawing pictures of fluffy bunnies and sleek deer. Every time they went for a walk, Lily would point out every bird and bug she saw, telling her dad all about them. More than anything, Lily wished for a pet. Not just any pet, but a very special one. "Oh, Dad," she would say with a sigh, "I wish I had a furry friend of my own, a unique one that needs me." Mr. David understood her wish. He knew how much joy a companion could bring to Lily's bright world. He often wondered what kind of special friend might one day find its way to his sweet, animal-loving daughter. Not far from Mr. David and Lily's quiet town, thick woods stretched out. Deep within these green trees lived a beautiful bobcat. Her fur was a soft brown, dotted with darker spots like tiny paintings. She had bright, watchful eyes and small tufts of fur on her ears that looked like tiny brushes. This bobcat was quite shy. She liked to stay hidden, moving softly through the leaves, a ghost of the forest. Most days, she would hunt for little mice or birds, or simply rest in a patch of warm sunlight. The bobcat loved the quiet of her home. She knew every path and every secret hiding spot. She never bothered anyone, just lived her life, enjoying the rustle of the wind through the leaves and the gentle sounds of the forest. She was a wild creature, content and peaceful in her own world, far away from people. One sunny afternoon, as the shy bobcat was napping under a bush, enjoying the warm light, a harsh sound broke the peace. A group of older boys stomped through the woods, laughing loudly and kicking at fallen leaves. They weren't there to enjoy nature, they were looking for trouble. Suddenly, one boy pointed. "Look! A cat," he yelled, even though it was a bobcat, much wilder than a house cat. The bobcat woke with a start, her ears swiveling. Her heart beat fast as the boys moved closer. They started throwing small sticks and yelling at her. The bobcat tried to run, but they blocked her way, laughing harder. She hissed, a scared sound, but they just found it funnier. One boy poked her with a long stick, and the bobcat cried out. She was trapped and very, very scared. Her peaceful world had turned into a scary nightmare. Not far from where the mean boys were bothering the bobcat, Mr. David was enjoying a peaceful hike. He loved to walk among the trees, listening to the birds and feeling the fresh air. It was a perfect afternoon, until a strange sound cut through the quiet. He heard loud, mean laughs, then a high-pitched cry that sounded like an animal in great pain. It wasn't the usual sound of the forest. Mr. David stopped, his kind face turning serious. He knew that cry. It was full of fear and hurt. "That's not right," he mumbled to himself, his brow furrowed with worry. He started to walk faster, following the sounds. The cries grew louder, mixed with the harsh shouts of the boys. His heart thumped with a bad feeling. He realized something truly awful was happening, and he knew he had to help. Mr. David pushed through the last bushes and saw the awful sight. The bobcat was cornered, hissing and trembling, while the boys stood around it, still poking with sticks. Anger flared in Mr. David's chest. "Hey! What do you think you're doing?" he boomed, his voice strong and firm. The boys jumped, startled, their faces turning pale. They hadn't expected anyone to find them. "Leave that animal alone right now," Mr. David ordered, taking a step closer. The boys, seeing the serious look on his face, knew they were in big trouble. They mumbled apologies and quickly scattered, running away into the woods as fast as they could. Once they were gone, Mr. David slowly, gently moved towards the bobcat. She was still shaking, her eyes wide with fear, but she didn't try to run. He spoke in a soft, calm voice, telling her it was okay, that she was safe now. He saw a cut on her leg and knew she needed help. Mr. David carefully looked at the bobcat's leg. There was a deep cut, and she was limping badly. He knew she couldn't hunt or protect herself if left alone in the woods. The bobcat still looked scared, but she didn't try to bite or scratch him as he gently touched her fur. It was clear she needed more than just a kind word. She needed real help to get better. He thought about what to do. Taking a wild animal home was a big deal, but he couldn't leave her. Slowly, he took off his jacket and gently draped it over the bobcat, making sure not to hurt her more. She tensed up, but stayed still. Then, very carefully, Mr. David scooped her up into his arms. She was lighter than he thought. He held her close, feeling her warm body shake a little. He started his walk back home, moving slowly and speaking in soft whispers. He knew Lily would be surprised, but he also knew she would understand. They would care for this poor creature together. When Mr. David walked through the front door, carefully holding the bundled bobcat, Lily's eyes grew wide. "Dad." "What's that?" she gasped, a mix of surprise and wonder on her face. Her dad gently laid the bobcat down on a soft blanket he'd placed on the kitchen floor. Lily saw the animal's spotted fur, its frightened eyes, and the angry cut on its leg. Her surprise quickly turned to a gentle concern. "She's hurt, sweetie," Mr. David explained softly, "and she needed our help." Without a moment's hesitation, Lily knelt down. Her dad got the first aid kit, and Lily helped him. She held a warm, damp cloth, carefully wiping away dirt from the bobcat's wound while her dad cleaned it with special medicine. Lily's hands were so gentle. She whispered soft, kind words to the bobcat, trying to make it feel safe. The bobcat trembled a little, but it didn't pull away from Lily's careful touch as they put a bandage on its leg. Even with her wound bandaged, the bobcat was very scared. She would flinch if Lily moved too fast, and her eyes watched every step the little girl made. But Lily was patient. She didn't try to touch the bobcat too much at first. Instead, she sat a little distance away, talking in a soft, quiet voice. "Hello, pretty kitty," Lily would whisper, "you're safe now. No one will hurt you here." She would hum gentle tunes and read from her favorite storybooks, her voice a soothing river flowing through the quiet room. Slowly, day by day, the bobcat started to relax a tiny bit. When Lily brought her a small bowl of water, the bobcat would drink, keeping one eye on Lily, but not running away. Then, one afternoon, Lily reached out her hand very, very slowly. The bobcat hesitated, but then, instead of pulling back, she let Lily gently stroke her head. It was just a short touch, but it was a big step. Lily's soft voice and gentle hand were beginning to show the scared bobcat that this human was kind and meant no harm. As days turned into weeks, a wonderful change happened in Mr. David and Lily's home. The bobcat's wound healed, and her limp slowly disappeared. Lily, with her big heart, decided to give her a special name, Patches, because of her lovely spotted fur. Patches was no longer the trembling, scared animal that first came through their door. Every morning, Patches would greet Lily with soft blinks instead of fearful stares. She started to explore the living room, no longer hiding under the sofa. Lily would leave small toys for Patches, and sometimes, the bobcat would even bat at them with a playful paw. The trust between them grew stronger each day. Patches would let Lily gently scratch behind her ears, leaning into the touch. It was clear that Patches had found a safe haven, and in Lily, she had found a friend. The once wild and timid creature now felt comfortable and loved in her new home, all thanks to Lily's endless patience and kindness. Patches now felt truly at home. Lily loved spending time with her special friend. Every afternoon, Lily would sit on the rug with her favorite storybook. Patches would often curl up nearby, listening to Lily's gentle voice as she read tales of brave knights and friendly dragons. Sometimes, Patches would close her eyes, her ears twitching with every word, as if she understood every single one. Lily also loved to share her snacks. If she had a small piece of chicken or a tasty berry, she would offer it to Patches. At first, Patches would sniff carefully, but soon, she would gently take the treat from Lily's hand. These small acts of kindness, like sharing stories and food, built a strong bridge between them. Patches learned that Lily wasn't just a caregiver, but a true friend who shared her world and made her feel loved and important. Their bond grew deeper with every shared moment. The change in Patches was truly amazing. The wild, scared bobcat who once shivered at every sound now showed her deep love for Lily. When Lily walked into a room, Patches would often stretch and make a soft, rumbling sound deep in her throat, a happy purr, just like a house cat. She would rub her spotted head against Lily's legs, her rough fur tickling Lily's skin. Sometimes, Patches would even follow Lily around the house, like a shadow, just wanting to be near her. When Lily sat down, Patches might jump onto the sofa next to her, settling down for a nap with her head resting close to Lily's hand. These were not the actions of a wild animal, but of a beloved pet who felt completely safe and loved. Patches' happy purrs and gentle rubs were her way of saying thank you and I love you to the girl who had given her a new life and a loving heart. Mr. David often paused in his busy day to watch Lily and Patches. A warm feeling spread through his chest every time he saw them together. He remembered the scared, hurt bobcat he'd carried home, and how unsure he had been about bringing a wild animal into their lives. But seeing Patches purr and rub against Lily, seeing Lily's face light up with pure joy as she stroked Patches' fur, he knew it was the right choice. He had always wanted Lily to be happy, and this friendship with Patches was more special than any toy or game. Lily had found a unique furry friend she had always dreamed of, and Patches had found a loving home and a kind human. Mr. David smiled, knowing he had not only saved the helpless animal but had also given his daughter the gift of a truly heartwarming connection. He was proud of Lily's gentle nature and happy for the beautiful bond they shared. And so, life in Mr. David's cozy house was filled with the gentle purrs of Patches and the happy giggles of Lily. Every day brought new shared moments. Lily would draw pictures of Patches, her spotted friend, and Patches would nap peacefully beside her. They were a perfect pair, a wild bobcat and a kind girl, showing everyone that friendship can bloom in the most surprising ways. Their story was a quiet reminder. It showed how much good a little kindness can do. A dad's brave act saved a scared animal, and a daughter's gentle heart turned a wild creature into a loving friend. Lily and Patches taught that love can heal all hurts and build the strongest bonds. Their heartwarming friendship continued, a bright light in their home, spreading joy and a simple message: always be kind, always show love, and wonderful things will happen.